It's 2 a.m. Your brain won't shut up. You replay one conversation, word by word, for the 10th time. You rehearse a future that hasn't happened yet, and it feels productive, like you're solving something. You're not. Your brain is doing something far stranger, and once you see it, you can't switch it off the same way again. Here's the trick it plays. Overthinking disguises itself as problem solving. If I just think it through one more time, I'll feel ready. So you think, and the answer never comes, because there usually isn't one. You're not analyzing, you're circling. Psychologists have a name for that circling, and it explains why thinking harder only digs you deeper. That name is rumination. And here's the key difference. Problem-solving moves forward. It asks, what do I do? Rumination just loops. It asks, why me? What's wrong with me? What if it all falls apart? One leads to an action, the other leads to another lap. Researchers separated the two, and the looping kind predicts more anxiety, more low mood, and worse decisions. So the same mental effort spent two completely different ways, and your brain defaults to the worse one.
Why does it default there?
When you're not focused on a task, your brain doesn't go quiet. It switches on a background network. Researchers call it the default mode network. It's the home of daydreaming, self-talk, and replaying the past. Useful in small doses, but left running, it drifts straight toward worry and regret. One famous study tracked thousands of people all day and found something blunt. A wandering mind is an unhappy mind. The loop isn't a glitch, it's your brain's idle mode.
But why does it drift dark?
Why not idle on something pleasant? Because your brain was built to survive, not to feel good. For most of history, the cost of imagining a threat that wasn't there was almost nothing. The cost of missing a real one was death. So your brain learned a simple rule. When in doubt, assume the worst and rehearse it. That rule kept us alive. Today it just keeps you awake at 2 a.m. And there's one more reason it won't let go. Your brain hates an unfinished thought. Psychologists noticed we remember unfinished tasks far better than finished ones. The open loop keeps tugging for closure. An unresolved worry is the ultimate open loop. So the brain keeps reopening the file, trying to finish a sentence that has no ending. Replaying it feels like progress toward closure. It isn't. The loop pays you nothing, except the feeling that you're doing something, so you try the obvious fix. You tell yourself, stop thinking about it. And what happens? You think about it more. Try right now. Do not picture a white bear. You just did. Suppressing a thought hands it a megaphone. So willpower is the wrong tool. You can't out-muscle a loop your brain runs automatically, but you can change what you do the moment it starts. And that's where the levers come in. The fourth one is the one most people skip. Lever 1. Step out of the thought. When you're inside the loop, a thought feels like a fact. I'm going to fail sounds like a verdict. So create a tiny gap. Instead of, I'll fail, try, I'm having the thought that I'll fail. It sounds almost silly, but that small reframe turns the thought from a truth you're in into an object you can see. This is called defusion. You are not your thoughts, you're the one watching them. And you can't watch a wave while you're drowning in it. Lever 2. Name what you feel. Don't argue with the thought. Label the emotion under it. Say it plainly. This is anxiety. This is regret. It feels too simple to matter, but brain scans at UCLA showed that naming a feeling calms the amygdala, the brain's alarm, almost instantly. They have a phrase for it: name it to tame it. Vague dread is huge. A named feeling is just a feeling, and a feeling has edges. Lever 3, and it sounds backwards. Don't fight the worry, give it an appointment. Pick 15 minutes, same time each day. That's your worry window. When a loop starts outside that window, you tell it, "Not now, 6 p.m." And here's the strange part. In studies, people who did this worried less overall. You're not suppressing it, you're scheduling it. The brain calms down when it trusts the thought will get its turn. You stop being on call 24 hours a day. Lever 4, the one most people skip. Rumination thrives in stillness. The loop needs you sitting, staring, doing nothing but thinking. So break the conditions. Stand up, move your body. Do one small concrete thing the problem actually needs. If there's no action, if it's pure what if, then it was never a problem to solve. It was a feeling to feel. Either way, motion breaks the trance. Action starves the loop of the one thing it needs, your full, frozen attention. And here's the lever almost no one uses. Stop punishing yourself for overthinking. Because what do we do when we catch ourselves looping? We pile on. Why am I like this? Why can't I just stop? And that is more rumination. Shame about the loop becomes another loop. Research on self-compassion is surprisingly clear. People who treat themselves like a friend recover from spirals faster. Not "what's wrong with me?" but "this is hard and brains do this." Kindness isn't soft. It's the off switch the loop can't survive. Let me make this real. It's 2 a.m. again. The thought arrives, I ruined that conversation. The old way, you replay it for an hour, hunting for an answer that isn't there, then hate yourself for it. The new way, you catch it and step back. I'm having the thought that I ruined it. You name it. This is anxiety. The volume drops. There's no action at 2 a.m., so you tell it, 6 p.m. tomorrow. You get up, drink some water, and you don't pile on. And you notice the loop was never working. It was never thinking. It was just spinning. None of these levers silence your mind. That was never the goal. A quiet brain isn't an empty one. It's a brain you stopped obeying. Step out of the thought. Name the feeling. Give worry its window. Move your body. Drop the shame. Pull those, and the loop stops feeling like something happening to you. It becomes something you can turn down. Because here's the truth, your brain will never fully shut up. But now you know exactly which levers turn it down. I cut the scheduled worry trick into a 40-second short. It's right there. If this changed how you hear your own thoughts, subscribe. Every week we take one messy human problem and pull the levers apart. I'll see you in the next one.